Greg here, Underground Graphics. Today we want to show you a new product, something simple, something easy. I saw this on one of the Jeeps online. And then of course you start looking at stuff online, and the ad comes through Facebook. I saw it through Quadratech, I think had something. But when people do the grill and they do like one slit or two slits of that grill to accent something, it's kind of a cool design. I know different grills, some of them you can put an insert in, some of them people paint them. But I wanted to see what it would look like on our shop 392 with the gold. What I did learn is I believe the Rubicon grill, which is what this is, has the inserts where this one is a satin black grill, where this insert is going to be the satin black as well as the insert inside. If you have a regular Rubicon, this is going to be color matched, and then this is going to be like a dark charcoal. We have not tested it on that yet. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it's still smooth and will be fine, but obviously it's not on black. I think this probably would look best on black, but again, that's going to be up to you. Anyway, this is going to be kind of one of those quick, fun projects. You can do two, you can do one. I actually did this one first. I thought that would be great by itself, and then someone else said, hey, let's try the second one over to it. I don't have no intentions of doing the whole grill like this. Again, this is something that I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with. We're probably going to send you a kit of two for the price of one. It is not that easy to put on, but again, I'm going to do a quick video here in just a second to show you how that does go on. Again, we're going to be using that 3M 2080 metallic gold. That's going to be a wrap vinyl, so it is a dry install. I have not tried this wet. Obviously, the mind would think that getting that a little bit wet, slide that into place would probably be just fine. I like that initial tack down here on the bottom, and then getting that in place and then working up. And again, I'll show that to you as we go, but it took a couple shots to get this into a template that we liked. Again, I can't stress enough, this is really just for fun. I don't know how long this is gonna last. We've had it on here for a few days and haven't had any issues with it. But again, for that price point, if you want something permanent, just like we do with the beadlock wraps, it's just to kind of see what you like, and if it works out, great. If not, take that grill out, do it properly, pull this apart. I believe this is a 3-piece grill once you pull it apart. I didn't want to do that. Again, I just wanted to have some fun with it. And I think it's going to be fine. I really do. Anyway, let me show you what you're going to get in that kit, and then we'll pause for a break and I'll get this put together. All right, so Gian, if you can come up here, we'll get you a quick look at this. This is going to be that inside piece with an up arrow. Always just going to be that right side piece where that headlight goes. These are tapered. That's why I do have that up arrow on there. Again, I've sized this, so even with a little bit of stretch, it's going to be all right. Although again, when we install this, very delicate. The only thing you're going to need, I like to use that blade just if I need to get something picked up while it's on there. And of course, that soft squeegee. We're going to provide you just a little small square one. And again, I encourage you to just wrap like a piece of masking tape around that, or a piece of a soft towel or an old shirt, just so you have that soft edge on there, because you are going to push down in those corners with that. Again, you're going to see me use my fingers, my fingernail. Again, that grill is multiple pieces, so this does have some flex into it. And again, that trick, once we get started, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you here. When we start that install, we're going to take this, we're going to fold it over, and we're going to come off and just really pull up just about a ½ inch of this. And again, make sure your hands are clean. I did just wash my hands because I know we're about to do an install. But we just want to tack that right there. And then when we get back to the Jeep, we're going to slide that right down at the bottom. So anyway, we'll show you that again once we get started. I'm going to go give that one more wipe down with that alcohol water mix. I believe we said that's 70%, 80% water, the rest of that alcohol, just a couple of drops of alcohol in there. Again, just want to make sure there's no contaminants on that front grill, no bugs, no dirt, nothing like that. All right, we'll pause for a minute. We'll get back over there and we'll get started. All right, so we're back. We're gonna go ahead and do this install. As you saw, I just gave you a little quick intro to that. Again, this one went on just a little while ago because I took some photos with it off, but it does still have some good tack to this. And like I said, we're just gonna pull this off. And again, this is that 3M 2080 wrap film. And just like that, it's off. And again, this does have some flex in there. So when you get up close to this, we try to get that edge right to this before it kind of drops in. But if you go over that, you're gonna have to tuck that a bit with that with the squeegee. And again, we can come right up on that edge. I think it's best just to get started to see what we're gonna do. So just like that fold, like I showed you before, that bottom edge, that arrow is gonna show you that top. I just wanna get a little bit on that. It's kind of an awkward position, but I'm gonna try to get this started by getting it right down on that edge. And tack it. And you can kind of see there, I have a little bit over on that, and that's where that will fold in. And there it goes. So it's got that bend in that. If you want to pull that back up, you can, and get that a little bit higher. But again, once we go back with that with a little bit of heat, it's all going to be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and pull that whole piece off. Don't want this to hit anything else, and we can literally just kind of tack this up here. And I'm going to start working one side. And really it's just to kind of following that edge. This stuff, because it's only about a 1/4 inch, I think that I did this at a 1/4 inch. You can just kind of push it into place to where you want to, kind of direct that pinstripe. As we get up here, we're going to have a little bit of that bend, so we're going to kind of break there and follow that line. And it'll come right up to the top. And stop right about there. Now I can come back, I can push that back down. Now we'll come back and work on this other side. Again, as long as your hands are clean, the grill is clean, you can tack, relay this. I really cannot even imagine what this would be like to do wet. Just like all of our kits, we're a very strong believer in this dry install. And that's dry because the adhesive is an air release adhesive. It's little tiny bubbles of adhesive on the back side of this. The manufacturers do recommend do not install these types of film wet, although I have seen people do it. But again, it is not recommended. And then if you want to go back with that heat gun, you can. I would recommend that as well. And this top part is really the only part that's a little bit tricky. You want to make sure you get those edges start to tuck in and come up, and then this will fold right up on that top. And just make sure it's even up there at the top, just like that. And you can see there are no wrinkles, no bubbles. And that is the beauty of this film. Again, this is the same film. I haven't even used a squeegee yet. It's the same film we use on all of our vehicle graphics. If you want to come back, you can get a good end. And this is why I want you to have that felt or something soft. Again, this is my go-to for the last year. But you can, again, we're going to give you just a little small square for something this small and just wrap. You can even put some masking tape around it, just something you're not going to scratch the paint. Or the vinyl. And again, that hard edge in that vinyl. And that's that, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, that flex in there, but that edge will fall right on the back of that. And there we go, it looks good there. And guys, that is one side already done. I don't know what the time is on that, but again, this is pretty quick. Although it did take me a couple times to get this fitted, just how I wanted it to make it as easy as possible for y'all. I said 3M, this is actually our Avery film, but it is the same type of film, and it is still a cast film. dig at the bottom. Yep. And again, with that fold down on that ledge, you can literally just slide that right down. Tack that, tack, tack. Bring that back down. Pull that up. Again, just be gentle with it. Don't want to pull too hard on it because it will stretch. So just be nice and gentle with it. Sound like that guy from Channel 8. What was that? Bob Ross? Nice little trees or whatever. All right. Okay, shut up, Craig. There we go. And same thing, just follow that line. It almost guides itself because again, this is cut. We matched this template as close as we could get, so it just follows right around that edge. If it starts to come, bend this way, you can kind of push that back in with your finger and guide that pinstripe. Just don't like where it is, lift it right back up. You're not pushing down extremely hard here, just going to want to get it in place. And then you can go back and push down harder. And right at the bend there, so now I can come up straight. Now that this is all where I want it, now I'm going to kind of push down a little bit harder so we don't accidentally pull on it and that come back up. All right, now we're back up in that top corner. Like I said, just take your time with this. If you do, and it happened to me last night, you need to pop this back up. That's what I wanted that blade for, just to get up under an edge, pull that out. If it does stretch, you can use that little bit of a heat gun. Just a little bit of heat on that, it'll shrink it back up, let it cool before you apply it again, and it'll take that original shape. And again, just make sure that doesn't dip down. And there you can see we got a little bit of a wrinkle in there. And then use that hard edge of that squeegee. Oh, that one's not going to want to do it. I may have to pull this one back up, but let's try it. Nope, cut it out. Again, if you want to bring it back up, you can. I'm totally fine with that. And again, I don't know if you can see it up close, but you can kind of see that edge where it's hanging over, where that folds in at here, just a little bit. So that's where you want to tuck that edge in. I know it's going to be hard to kind of eyeball that whole thing, so just get it as straight as you can. Gosh, I mean, that's it. That's two of them. And if you want the whole set, we'll see. I haven't test fitted any of these other ones. All these will fit over here, but I gotta confirm those middle ones. And again, if you want to give it a little bit of heat, just get that nice and warm. And you don't want to burn that paint, so. This will just kind of show you if there's any spots that didn't get adhered properly, it would lift. You see that? And there's that little wrinkle again. I may have to come back up on that. Like I said, we're going to give you a set of 2 of these for that, so in case you want to do one just to see how it goes, then you can do it again. And again, I didn't want this to be anything super serious, just something to have a little bit of fun with. We're always trying to look for something to add to our Jeep and add to our toys. Anyway, hope you like that. Let us know what you think, and yeah, see you again soon with the next install.